How you guys doing? It's Jose. So today as the title of the video, I just wanted to really just tell you guys like my own experience with H Pylori. So the thing is, it was a long ride. I don't think it should have taken this long. It was also my fault because I also didn't do as much test and also didn't do the right test really. So yeah, I'm gonna get straight into it. I'm just gonna be talking about my experience, and I'm gonna let you know like what happened to me through the whole time, what I wish I did, what I should have not done. Um, yeah, let's get right into it. So first, I'm gonna start out by addressing H. pylori. Some of you that don't know, this is a bacteria that is located in your stomach or intestines. And almost 66% of the population has this shit. But some people don't even experience nothing, right? So you could have it right now, but you're not gonna experience no symptoms. But if you become compromised of them, then you're gonna experience symptoms. So people don't really like to do checkups, like they don't care unless like you actually start feeling symptoms. So I never really knew about this bacteria, but this actually should be known more. And the reason this should be talked about more is because they're actually becoming more resistant to the antibiotics. One, two, it's actually a big issue. A lot of us have it and just transmitting it and not giving a fuck. We're just giving it to people, and we don't know that we have it. We're not knowing that we're giving it to someone. That's one thing. H. pylori. You could just do your research about anything more about it. I'll tell you the symptoms that you get if you have H. pylori too. But I just wanted to say one thing about H. pylori too is that it's it causes a lot of stress in the body if it is compromised, right? If it's not compromised, it's just another bacteria living in your stomach, and it might never give you any type of symptoms. But I'm gonna tell you my story. It's gonna be really quick. So it was back then. It was a year from now, almost a year and a couple months now, and I was just having these like stomach problems, but not really. Like I couldn't. They were so mild that they weren't even like on my head. Like it would happen and I would forget about it. Because I always feel like I would get those problems once in a while, but sometimes I wouldn't eat and my stomach would hurt and I would feel like nauseous, kind of. It wasn't an extreme nausea, but I just felt like kind of like weird. You know what I mean? A little weak, but not too extreme to the point where I would notice it. And then I would eat like Buffalo Wild Wings and I would feel better, but then I would feel tired, so I'd always feel tired after I eat. So then I'd go to sleep, all that stuff. And I was a big smoker back then, so one day I was like, I ate a whole pizza actually. It was like a vegan pizza, it wasn't even a real pizza. And when I was eating this vegan pizza, I felt very nauseous and sick right after I ate it, but I had that feeling before, so I didn't really think nothing of it, bro. So I'm like, whatever, like, it'll go away. But right after that, I was smoking, weed. I was smoking some, like green stuff, and then I forgot they don't like me saying it. And when I was doing that, I started feeling even more nauseous, and I was like, yo, like take me home. I don't feel good, and I took like a cold shower, because I felt like my heart was just going too fast, or I felt like so like shaky, weak, and nauseous. Everything was going like kind of fast. It was hard to explain, but next thing you know, I had this extreme nausea that I never felt, and the extremest nausea that is like not the nauseous where like you're throwing up every second, but the nauseous where you could throw up every second but you're not. You know what I mean? And they checked my blood pressure at home before I even asked them to go to the hospital. It was 180 over, I forgot, but it was a bad number, right? It was a really high number, and my heart was racing very fast. Everything was going so fast, and I would just get those like little, like, I guess H pylori attacks. You know what I mean? Like it was just weird. It was just like extreme nausea and mental confusion, and all that stuff, right? That was my first time. Now that's what I would get most of the time, just extreme nausea. Everything would go fast. I'd feel weak. I just feel shaky, you know, kind of like awake, alert. But one of the things I wanted to mention is that a lot of people don't know what H. pylori could actually do to you. You know, they just think it's just a bacteria. It can make you feel sick, nauseous, all this stuff. But I was continuing like that for a year. I kept going to the hospital every time I felt like that, right? So it'd be like every night, bro. It'd be hella times a month where I started getting these like attacks. They're not really attacks, but they're just, that's what it felt like to me. And I would try to heal myself like with herbs. Like one time and I didn't know what I had, right? So I tried to take like olive oil, like cayenne pepper. I put lime in there and then I drank it and then I fell asleep. But then I woke up again and I started trembling and shaking. So I had to learn how to eat because everything I ate kind of made me feel nauseous. So I ate an alkaline diet, the most alkaline it could be. You know, it wasn't perfect. But I didn't know what it was. It took me like a year, literally a year, to figure out what it was because I went to the gastroenterologist already. They wanted me to do a poop sample, but the thing is, I didn't do it, you know. And the reason I didn't do it is because I didn't believe that, you know, it could have been something with my stomach. But then like after and I know that doesn't make sense because I said I was nauseous, you know, and my stomach kind of, you know what I mean. But then all of a sudden I started getting like little like something felt like it was poking me, you know. It felt like it was poking my stomach and my intestines. It was like poking me, like and I didn't know it then, but it was like probably like ulcers, you know, because that's what that bacteria can cause. But one thing that I did do without knowing what I had is I jumped on a cleanse. So I was like, you know what, fuck this, I don't feel good. I'm gonna jump on a fruit diet, you know, like on a cleanse. So all I ate was fruit, and that was one of the good things I could have done. Like that was actually the best thing I could have done. I went wrong afterwards, but like the reason that is because as soon as I did that, it gave my body time to allow to heal the ulcers, so I wouldn't feel that like, you know, attacks and the pain and the nausea. You know what I mean? I felt nauseous still, you know, like once in a while, but the fruit really did help. Now I did that for constantly. I did that constantly. This is where I made my mistake. So what I did is that like I went on a like 1 week fast and then I ate food, and then I went on another week fast and then I ate food, and you know it was like on and off. You know, I'd fast for 3 days and then ate food. You know, and that's not good because you gotta stay like consistent. And if you're not consistent, it could fuck up your body because when you go on a fast, it actually lowers your stomach acid, right? So let's say you fast, but then the next day you eat a whole ass meal. You know, and it's not the next day, but you've been fasting for like what, like 3 days to 7 days, and then you eat a meal. It's just gonna be hard on your stomach, bro. So that's what I was doing, and I didn't realize that. And lowering the stomach acid was actually good because, you know, if you have high stomach acid and ulcers, it's gonna cause other complications. But yeah, that's what was happening. Now recently though, oh yeah, my bad. Let me go back real quick. So when that happened, I was losing too much weight. You know what I mean? Obviously, I would lose weight, and I knew that. But my point is this: it didn't heal me completely. It almost did, but I just didn't know what it was. So then I went back to eating like, you know, acidic shit. Like I was eating popcorn, just things that like they could survive on. You know what I mean? And they can really survive on anything. But yeah, so that happened, and then what I was gonna say, oh yeah, and then recently, like this like time around right now, it was like maybe a couple months ago until now, I started experiencing more symptoms, and these symptoms were getting worse because I didn't take care of the root cause. Okay, so this is what happened. At one point, I felt better. I didn't have to go to the hospital that much. I didn't really go at all anymore. But I still felt nauseous sometimes. Like I had to eat certain foods. If I ate the wrong food, I would feel nauseous that night. So I was kind of like tiptoeing around it. You know what I mean? And then I started getting all the symptoms, bro. I started getting heart palpitations. I started getting like heart pain. Like it was hard. it was like very aching heart pain. It's hard to explain. So it was like like my heart ached a lot, you know, and I was like, what the fuck, you know, like what's going on? And obviously the doctors didn't tell me this, you know, I just know, because you can search it up on your own. Yeah, so I started getting that type of stuff, and then I started getting like, I started feeling really weak. I started getting like arthritis type of symptoms. They never diagnosed me with it. Not saying I have it, but even now that I'm standing, like my bones kind of hurt. Like they're very what's it called? It's very painful. I feel very tired. Like my whole body feels tired. Um, and then when I would get attacks again, like recently, they would be different. They would be like more fast, the same thing, but less nauseous. And I'm guessing less nauseous because of the like the ulcers are probably way better now. They're probably gone. Um, but less nauseous, but everything was going too fast, and it felt like it was hard to breathe, and everything kind of becomes a little blurry. And then my hands start becoming numb. My feet were becoming numb, and then my face was becoming numb. Now you might be thinking, bro, that sounds like a stroke, right? And H pylori actually affects the nerves, and especially that I had it for this long could really do something to me. You know what I mean? So coming up to this point, it was really hard because the symptoms were kind of like better but worse at the same time. You know what I mean? And it causes a lot of stuff. H pylori can cause dementia. It can cause weakness. It can cause cardiovascular disease. It could cause stomach cancer. Like hella shit, bro. But obviously, it takes time for that to happen. Um, but it also depends on what you eat and how good you take care of yourself. But even if you take care of yourself, you might have malnutrition because like of the H pylori. So even though I eat healthy and I eat fruits and I take my vitamins and all that, that will help. I'm not saying don't take it. I'm saying take it, but it's gonna be harder because you can't really absorb it. It messes with your mucous membrane in your stomach, you know. So it's gonna be hard for you to absorb things better as you used to. Now that was my experience with H pylori. It was very bad. It felt like I was gonna die all those months. All those months I was thinking like I might die, you know. But it was really just H pylori. I'm not saying that you can't die from it. I'm just saying that it just felt like that, you know. But I'm not saying that was gonna happen, right? And one thing that did help me so much in this journey to heal myself, because I'm way better than I used to be, for sure. I'm way cleaner, all that stuff. But I still have some issues, and I didn't know like how to attack H pylori specifically, okay? Because what's it called? I just was taking herbs, bro. I was just taking like chamomile. I was just taking like sarsapilla. I was just taking like flor de manita. I was just taking like waco. I was just taking dandelion root. I was just taking what was I taking? I was taking like bladder wrack. I was taking dulce, the algae, and then I was taking sea moss. Now look, this is the sea moss I get. It's from bolingobalance.com. This is Dr. Sevi's son, right? So this is the only guy you should trust for sea moss. It's expensive, but it's real, right? So I used to take like the jelly form because I would make the jelly because he has the sea moss for like it's like $25, maybe $15. So you can get that and make it on your own. It's cheaper, but I like to get the bottle like ready prepared. Even like these right here. These are just from online somewhere. I'm just trusting these guys. The only reason I trust them is because I tried them before and I never really had an issue with them. But yeah, and then I started taking that and that really helped. One, because bromide is basically like a pre and a probiotic too, and that also can eradicate and kill and inhibit H pylori. The only thing is that I just went recently. They told me to take antibiotics. I have the antibiotics, but there's so fucking much antibiotics. I don't want to take that shit, bro. It's like 5 pills that they gave me, bro. 5 pills. It's 3 that you got to take, right? It's a pump inhibitor and 2 antibiotics. My bad. 2 antibiotics. And the other stuff is like I don't know what it is. I forgot. I think it's like it helps with nausea and stuff, you know. And I don't want to take that stuff because I know it messes up the gut microbiome. even after you're better and stuff. But I right now, as I'm speaking, I'm deciding to go holistic route, and I'm gonna see how it goes. You know, I'm gonna give it a month, at least 1 to 2 months. You know, of me actually doing this. So, what is my plan to do this? This is what I'm gonna do. Right now, I'm eating as much as I can, healthy food too. Also, another thing that H Pylori does is it lowers your vitamin D. A lot of us, think about it. A lot of us in America have a low vitamin D deficiency. And that's weird because everything that we eat has vitamin D. Apparently meat has vitamin D, right? So why the fuck do we have a low vitamin D deficiency? One, the meat minerals and the meat vitamins isn't always the best for us. But not even that. The fact that most of us in America have H Pylori without knowing, bro. That's why we have low vitamin D. And we don't even realize that because most of the time it's H. pylori, bro. So think about it. It probably is H. pylori. I'm not saying every case is H. pylori. I'm just saying that most of it is, right? So look, if you guys want to take vitamin D, go check these guys out. These are, bro, I'm telling you, these guys right here, I really fuck with them. So plant-based vitamin D. It's like llama with 2 L's, naturals. Bro, I'm telling you, this is the best brand you can get. They don't have added sugar, just from like real fruit. And it just tastes very good. I could eat the whole thing, bro. So this is my plan. It might fail or it might work, right? So one thing I'm gonna take is this. I just bought it. It just came in today. It's a pre and a probiotic, right? So it has a specific type of bacteria. I'm not saying this bacteria will specifically kill the H. pylori, but I know that it will help my digestive system and my good bacteria, right? I'm gonna take bromide, which is a mix of bladderwrack and sea moss, which has 102 minerals that your body needs, right? Now this is gonna act also as another probiotic, and it can also eradicate the H. pylori. H. pylori doesn't like this, and it also helps the mucosal membrane in the stomach. Okay, so it's gonna help like make that mucous lining of your stomach, because you know that's what they destroy, right? And I'm gonna just take this just because this is high in calcium, and it's also just high in minerals, because once again I'm gonna need, you know, more like minerals while I'm doing this. And I'm also gonna take something called mastic gum. I don't have it yet. I ordered it and it's still coming. That's why I'm waiting to even take this. I opened it, but I haven't taken any. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna wait for that, and I'm gonna take it all together. So this mastic gum, so what it is, it's a tree sap, and it helps eradicate H. pylori. And what I'm gonna do with my diet, I'm gonna try to stick to vegetable soups, right? And I'm not talking about no carrots. I'm not talking about no starchy foods like that. I'm talking about like zucchini, cilantro, right? Because cilantro is good for that too. It's good for heavy metals in the body, which attracts parasites. I'm also gonna do let's say like I add like onions, green onions. I could add what's it called, bell peppers. I can even add mushrooms if I want, right? But I don't really want to, at least right now. You know, add some seasoning in there, except ginger. Don't add ginger. No, not ginger, sorry. I mean garlic. There you go, garlic. People say that garlic is actually good for you. It might kill them, but it also has the side effects. Because garlic, I don't know if you know this, but if you cut yourself, put garlic on it, apparently, you know, it will never heal. So I don't want to use garlic. So yeah, that's my plan to do that. And then another plan that I do want to use is food, right? So I'm going to implement like broccoli, right? So broccoli sprouts, because broccoli sprouts have been shown to eradicate the H. pylori. But I have to eat like 2 ounces a day, right? So at least 2 ounces. So what I'm going to do in the morning, I'm going to have my little meal. Make sure I have the 2 ounces, right? And then have them at night while I'm taking these supplements every day, right? Every day. And then after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm also maybe drink some lime, like key limes, like little key limes. I'm gonna put in my water and drink that, because key limes have been shown to help with that as well. So yeah, that's my plan right now. If I have more, I will add more. Maybe cranberries. I heard cranberries is very good for H pylori. I just haven't found some at my market. But that's what I am going to do. But if you have symptoms like this and you don't know what you have, you might want to go check it out. I felt like I was almost gonna, die because I didn't know what it was and the way I felt. And the doctors couldn't give me no answers. I went to the hospital many times and they couldn't give me no answers. Before, my blood was really out of whack, right? It was, something was high. My liver enzymes were really high. Some things were low, so it was really out of whack and I didn't understand. But now that, I was like getting better with myself, I was eating better, fasting and all this, all my levels went back to normal. Except my liver enzymes. Every time I have this issue, my liver enzymes are up, which is kind of normal as well, because it could be battling something. But yeah, that's my experience with H pylori. I hope this helps somebody, and I'm gonna make another video of me just taking the supplements every day and kind of just recording myself. And yeah, and I will also make another video separately on what other stuff H pylori can actually cause, because we don't talk about it enough. Because there's a lot of things that it could cause. Like I said, it could cause dementia. It can cause cardiovascular disease, right? Like I said, it also makes the gallbladder produce less digestive enzymes, which makes it harder for you to eat fats. And when that happens, if you have ulcers, it's also going to cause pain. It's just cause and effect, right? Cause and effect. And a lot of people don't like to talk about it, even doctors. I mean, it's clinically proven, but yeah, they don't like talking about it. At least where I'm at. Maybe where you guys are at is different. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure I do that. So make sure you guys like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what experiences y'all went through. Maybe I could try to help you guys, because I honestly helped myself a lot with feeling better, but now I'm just at the part of really eradicating the H pylori. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And remember, if you guys want to see us, it's at Bolingo Balance. If you guys want like the probiotics, prebiotics, or the plant-based vitamin D, it's at Llama Naturals. They're very good. Check out the ingredients. Check it out for yourself. You can actually see that I'm not lying, and I'm really trying to take care of myself. But yeah, guys, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.